Yo, what's going on, guys? And we are here. Just sent the invite to our man, just Jackson. I almost said Justin, but how you guys doing today? Obviously, we got to talk about the Paolo Banchero-Dejounte Murray beef that happened the other day in Pro-Am. It's been all over the internet. I already made a video on my main channel, and it's pretty funny what went down. But besides that, there's, cool other stories. There's been some signings, such as Kent Bazemore with the Sacramento Kings, as well as Paris Bass with the Utah Jazz. So, you know, I think it's interesting as all hell. And here is Jackson joining us. Let me add him to the camera roll. What up, big guy?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I just had a nice dream. You ever have like this constant reoccurring dream? Good morning, Aaron. Thanks for love on Twitter. You ever have like a constant reoccurring dream for like months on end?
No.
Like, what is the universe trying to tell me, dude? Man,
I thought you don't
it's like
dream.
I don't dream much, but I don't smoke much anymore. I don't
Look
have
at
any.
you.
I don't have any weed anymore, and I don't want to go spend money
You're
at the
going.
dispo.
You're going sober.
Yeah, and it really sucks. What's up, Josh? But I keep having the same freaking dream. And I remember reading this book on dreams this last semester, and the universe is trying to tell me something. I don't know what
Would
it
you
is.
take an astrology class? You take that class that Harry Potter took with that creepy
I'm
ass
not a
glass
dork.
blower?
I didn't watch Harry Potter #1 and #2. No, I'm a book. It was a book.
You never watched Harry Potter? I don't even
Not
think
a
watching
dork.
Potter makes you a dork.
Not a dork. I did enjoy that scene in the internship with
I've never
my
seen the
favorite actor
internship.
of all. Oh, dude, Vince Vaughn's my
You-
favorite actor. Like,
I love Vince Vaughn. I mean,
he's so funny.
interesting choice to be your favorite actor. Like nothing against Vince Vaughn, just not like there
Dude,
are a
he's
lot.
so good.
Yeah, like my favorite actor is either Keanu Reeves. Yeah, probably Keanu Reeves, but like or
Really?
Sean. Yeah,
Wow.
Keanu Reeves or Sean Penn or
What?
Sean Penn. My favorite movie of all time is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, I was about to say those are two guys I haven't seen
You
any
need to see
movies
Fast.
from. I'm googling them.
It's literally I spent the reason I got expelled in
Jennifer
high school,
Jason.
and I tried because I wanted to live my life like Jeff Spicoli in the movie Fast Times on Ridgemont High. So I was like fucked up every single day of high school.
Oh, I've seen. Dude, I need to watch. This seems funny as
This
hell.
It's funny as hell. You've probably seen the famous scene where the girl dives into the pool and she walks out and it's like da 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 da, and she opens her tits out and then she
Yeah.
walks in on the guy jerking off.
Oh, yeah. That no, I don't think
Have you
so.
seen Beverly? Have you seen Beverly Hill Cop? The movie
No. Damn,
Beverly
dude.
Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. Have you seen that?
No, but this guy's
Uh,
young as fucking this.
Judge Reinhold. Do you know who Judge Reinhold is?
No.
Okay, he's like the main character, Brad.
This seems like a way funnier Dazed and Confused.
It's came before Days and Confused.
Yeah, so like a way funnier.
It's a lot more
Probably,
vulgar. It's a
yeah,
true
a lot.
story.
Yeah, yeah. Is it really?
Cameron Crowe, who's one of my favorite screenwriters, went undercover at the age of 22 as a senior, a transfer student at a Sant Clara at Claremont High School in Santa Clara, I believe. For one full school year as a 22-year-old, he posed as an 18-year-old transfer student and wrote a book called Fast Times at Claremont High, basically discussing his time following four guys. One of the guys ended up becoming the creator of How To Dummies, the book series.
Okay.
And yeah, Mark the Rat Ratner in the book, he sued Cameron Crowe for portraying him as a loser when he was actually the cool kid. Uh, but it's a pizza guy. What? It's a pizza guy. One sausage pepperoni. Here we go. Isn't this our time? And if it's our time, shouldn't I be able to learn about history and eat some pizza?
No.
Great. No. Okay. So let's get back to the NBA. What did you have you kept tabs on the DeJounte Murray, Paolo
It's so
Banchero
funny.
beef?
Like, not really, because who really cares, first off? But yeah, I mean, a little bit. So, yeah, DeJounte, like, unfollowed Paolo. Um, Bro, what's DeJounte doing? Maybe if you could give everyone and myself included a little rundown. If you're well versed in it, but
Okay, so Paulo
bro, what
Banchero
is
dropped like 40, and then DeJounte unfollowed him on Instagram and went on a tweet saying that Paulo Banchero needs to stay humble, saying that him being the number one pick changed him because Paulo and DeJounte are both from Seattle. So what ended up happening was basically DeJounte went out on his story and was just like, the league, you already done change. You used to be begging me to get my rebounds at my camps and like saying like you used to like act like my little bro and shit. And then he was basically this. And then Paulo was bitching because DeJounte was sending doubles in a pro-am game. And then also during the game, DeJounte called him soft and that he's a little boy and it's a man's league. But it basically comes down that DeJounte was talking shit and was sending him doubles. Paulo kind of acted butthurt, and then DeJounte like just kept chirping and told him to humble his ass and like you acting because people forget DeJounte Murray was the 29th pick. He was basically a second round pick. You know?
yeah. What was like the specific beef at the game? Because wasn't it I saw that
I didn't
like
watch the game. I don't know that. Let's see if any of them know.
because
I thought it,
he said I saw something on Twitter where like DeJounte said something to Paulo at the game. Oh yeah, DeJounte and Paolo Banchero. That's who they came to see. It's a man's league. He's a little boy. Like, is that because if that's in game, like I still like it either way. I mean, I don't. They're both dorks for making this
they're both dorks.
personal. Like, who really can do it's a true league, but I'm all for it as far as the doubles go. I
It
don't
wasn't the
care.
True League. It was IT's league.
Oh, either league. I mean, yeah, I'm here to win. So, but I mean, DeJounte sounds a little salty.
Yeah, he
However, I
does.
understand the trash talk aspect, but he does seem a little salty, um, which is just kind of stupid, in my opinion. But
I just can't wait for
I'm
the
trying
regular
to.
season because it's going to be funny in the regular season.
Yeah, I guess not. So now we got a nice little rivalry, evidently.
Evidently.
I would not call either of them dorks. No, definitely not. They're neither of them are dorks. They're just acting like little kids, little dorks.
Little dorks. Fuck them. Nah,
Yeah.
I think the whole situation's funny, and I just can't wait to see what happens in the regular season because I think that will be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. Hopefully
Now,
Orlando surprises everybody.
I think
Makes it fun.
Detroit and Orlando is the two teams that could potentially surprise people and be borderline playing teams. Also, your New York Knicks video hit 1K.
Yes, sir.
Look at you getting the tagging and literally popping off since you took over clips. I think we like tripled our views in 1 week.
There was like we have
Almost,
gotten like 60 subs.
yeah, I know. You've like done amazing.
There was this like I found the background online and there was like this little bit of not copyright on the bottom right, but it was like their trademark or whatever it was. Like it was their website or whatever. And so that's why it's on the bottom right. Otherwise, it was visible. If no one would notice it, but if you looked, I would notice it. So I didn't like it. So that's why like it's like a box. I kind of like the box though. I feel like it kind of worked pretty cool. Yeah.
No, it looked cool. It looked cool. I fucked with it.
Sometimes I'll just look at the like I feel like my thumbnails on all my channels are stepping up, but Yeah, like especially this one right here. I'll look back at this Knicks one and be like, yeah, look at dude,
Yeah,
this is sexy.
it is. It's great. You got a couple. I even like the Denver Nuggets one a lot
Denver Nuggets one.
with Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic. I always forget that's Nikola.
Oh yeah, just yeah, it was very simple one. I showed the Rockets one to my mom.
Yeah. No, so what else did we want to talk about? It's been so fucking dry. First off, Kent Bazemore got signed by the Sacramento Kings, and
Let's
Paris
go.
Bass got
I
signed by the
almost
Utah Jazz.
I almost unfollowed a kid yesterday because they signed Kent Bazemore. He's like, whoa, you guys are going to be a good 10th seed. Fuck you. I get it was satirical. I hope, you know what? I hope it was satirical. I hope it was satirical because, man, the Sacramento Kings are a good basketball team. People don't
They're
get it.
at least a play-in team. Could they be better? Yes, but I think they do have the depth that they've needed.
I mean, they're building it nicely. They're building it nicely. They went out and got some really nice, like that Kevin Herter move.
Yeah, they have depth. They have
I
depth
mean
for the
that
first time
that's just stuff
ever.
you don't really. Yeah, that's stuff we haven't seen from Sacramento in a long time. Losing Dante kind of sucks, but
No, but they replaced him with Kevin Herter, who's the better shooter.
they have Matthew Dellavedova. That is so
Who
dope.
It's on a non-guaranteed, so Matthew might not make the team. Basically, if he makes the team, the deal becomes guaranteed. So it's kind of a
Mm,
training camp. They're basically giving him a trial run to prove it. Like he'll probably make the team. He just has to like look competent in camp, you know?
mm. He would be nice, dude. Davion, Malik Monk, Terrence
Who's their
Davis.
shooting guard, in my opinion? I think it's Kevin. The starting lineup is Kevin Herter, De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, Domantas Sabonis, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or
You got to start Keegan.
maybe it'll be Malik.
Well,
I
I
don't.
thought no, I think Malik's the sixth man. I thought potentially maybe they start the season with Keegan off the bench and they run Kevin Herter and either Kevin Herter at the shooting guard position or even at small forward. Then they run Davion and De'Aaron Fox as the backcourt, Harrison Barnes and Kevin Herter as the wing, Sabonis as the center. Then you run as the first guys off the bench would be Malik Monk and Keegan Murray.
You think they'll do that?
No, I think Keegan Murray will start, but if they don't start Murray, I think that will be the lineup.
Yeah.
But I think they start Murray because you run Murray, I guess, at power forward or Harrison Barnes at power forward. You basically run two. The lineup is going to be two, I think, three wings if they put Kevin Herter at shooting guard, three wings, one guard, a center. Because
Yeah,
that's
I like.
more Warriors basketball. You got to think of this as a Warriors team
Why?
because the owner is the former minority owner of the Warriors. Their head coach is the former offensive and defensive coordinator for the Warriors for 6 years. And I'm pretty sure Monte McNair their general manager worked for the Warriors. I don't know if you know this, like the owner of the Sacramento Kings is obsessed with like becoming like the Warriors 2.0. Okay, he worked for the Houston Rockets before under Daryl Morey, the general manager. But still, like you have to understand that they're obsessed with like imitating the Warriors.
Hopefully, this video hits Kings fans, but good. I mean, that's a good. Golden State was good, or they still are good. But I do agree, Keegan. If there's any Kings fans watching this, Keegan at 3, Harrison at 4, in my opinion, is the better move. We'll
Yeah.
see what they do, man. They're definitely a playing team, but obviously they're kind of missing. I don't want to say missing a link because if Keegan Murray pops off like he was in the summer league, you have like a super enticing just big three:
Mm-hmm.
De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, and Keegan Murray. I think people forget. I don't think Sabonis has actually ever gotten the love that he deserves.
Well, it's because he's kind of like Nikola Vucevic 2.0 in the sense that like one of the better offensive centers in the league. But let's agree that he's defensively, there's room to be for improvement.
Yeah, they definitely are going to want to pair him with probably a big. In this
Nah, I
day and
don't.
age, you really don't need to pair him with a big.
You don't
Like,
need to, because I thought about running a Sabonis at power forward, then you run Rayshawn Holmes at center.
they'll do that plenty, I bet.
But dude, holy shit! Sabonis in 15 games shot 23.5% from three, and people forget Sabonis. He's had years where he was like a really good 3-point shooter, and then it's kind of weird, but basically every season he was in Indiana, they basically told him to take less. Like at first, they told him to take less threes. So he came into the NBA, he shot at 32% with Oklahoma City Thunder. Then his first 2 years in Indiana, they were like, don't take threes, just shoot inside. Then he started taking threes, and he's kind of like a career 32% 3-point shooter. So, and he's never averaged more than half a block a game, and he's about a steal a game. And this is a weird part about him is I don't know why, but his assists have decreased. He was at one point averaging almost 7 assists a game. I don't get why the Kings need to use him like a poor man's Nikola Jokic.
Mm.
I think that's what Sabonis needs to be utilized as.
I don't think his. What do you mean his assist numbers are down?
He went from averaging 7 assists to a 5 assist game guy. I want him back at 7.
Yeah, I think well, his stats in Sacramento, he's averaging 6. I'd take 6. So I think maybe the issue was more the dysfunctionality of the Indiana Pacers offense last year.
That is very true. That is something I didn't.
But you're right. Yeah, you want to use him 100% as like a poor man.
Jokic. Like look how Kristaps Porzingis, when he went over to the Wizards, Kristaps was a guy who only averaged 1 assist a game. Goes over to the Wizards, guess who's the head coach? The former lead assistant of the Denver Nuggets. What does he use? Kristaps like Nikola Jokic. Guess how many assists freaking Kristaps Porzingis averaged with the Wizards?
4 or 5.
Almost 4, 3.5. He went from
Nice.
averaging 1 a game his entire career to almost averaging 4 assists a game at 3.5. That's unreal, because what did they do? They started putting him at the elbow, which is the top of the post, and have, you pick ball, like use him as not a ball handler, but like as what's it called? Handoff. You doing handoffs, like elbow handoffs, and as well as doing handoff, like passing out the post. People don't realize how nice, like how good passing out the post can be. Like a lot of shit opens up.
Yeah.
And I think the Kings' biggest thing, they have the offense. They have offense. It's defense we can agree on. Is this team needs defense.
Yeah. I love StatMuse at times, but they have the whole roster from the last 3 seasons listed here. But yeah, defensively speaking, that's going to be the issue. I mean, last year they weren't great in either, bottom 5 in both categories, but that offense will change. You could kind of tell Sabonis and Fox started cooking a little bit more. A lot of hope with Davion Mitchell as well. I don't think they're in limbo, but they're definitely at a point where, I mean, if Keegan just develops into a star, I mean, who's the guy who was rumored to like be enticed? There was a player this year, possibly. Who was the big free agent possible to go to Sacramento this year? It might have been in a trade, though.
I thought it was a trade that we saw John Collins potentially going there. I thought that was the biggest name.
I remember hearing some Collins stuff, yeah.
I think John Collins was the biggest name we heard. And yeah, I think definitely that's all. There wasn't much big names behind there. So, I mean, again, it's all super interesting to see what is going to happen there, because for me, the King, like, I don't know if their ceiling might be, I can't see them as the 6th seed. This West is so deep. I think, yes, 8th seed, maybe. Like, they're a playoff team. I think they're at least a play-in team. I just think it's hard. It's hard because I don't know defense. Like, I like Mike Brown. What do you put this team at?
Oh man, it's tough because like Kings fans are like really onto something. Like when you watch like the Kings at the end of the season last year, I mean, even last year in general, I mean, they're running, dude. They're running and running. They kind of remind me of the Rockets in that realm. Like they're running, they can throw that down. Darren Fox and Sabonis are both underrated as all hell. Like even with you could say both of their defensive lapses, I think they're both extremely underrated. And
Mm-hmm.
I think Davion will be a nice. I mean, he's a defensive stud already, just 1 year in the league. I think Rashawn Holmes, now that he's healthy, he'll have a nice impact. Keegan Murray's gonna be nice. I'd go. I'm optimistic. I'll go 6 seed. I think they'll surprise a lot of people. I think they'll be like. I think they're gonna kind of get started in almost like a Memphis. Like whoa, huh? Like damn, Darren Fox is that guy. Like yeah, he is really good.
I do
He's
like De'Aaron
24.
Fox, but he needs to
24.
get back to where he was a few seasons back. I think De'Aaron Fox last 2 seasons low key regressed.
You gotta keep in mind, dude. This Kings team was like,
Yeah, listen to this. 3 seasons ago, De'Aaron Fox was hitting 37% from three. Basically, since then, he's been a 30% 3-point shooter. And even though shooting at 30%, he averaged before last season. I mean, people forget before the Sabonis trade, or I mean, the Tyrese Halliburton trade, I think De'Aaron Fox was averaging like freaking 16 or 17. He was awful, awful. Okay, let me look at his numbers. Yeah, pre All-Star break, he was averaging barely 22 points. And then post All-Star break in 11 games, he averaged 29 points a night, 50% from the field, 37% from three on 6.2 attempts. He went from 3.8 attempts before the All-Star break from three to 6.2. We need to see post All-Star break De'Aaron Fox.
yeah, definitely.
And the other thing people are noticing is that De'Aaron Fox has became a bit more every season, has become a little bit more turnover prone. He needs to not lose the ball as much.
I mean,
I guess he's a point.
stats will, yeah,
Hmm?
stats will disagree with you because technically, the last 3 seasons he's lowered his turnovers. Last 2 seasons.
Yeah, but he went from being 2.5 his rookie season, then 2.8, then 3.1, then 3, then 2.8. So they're going down again. But
Yeah,
it's not nice that they climbed and then he had to go back down, you know?
I think a lot of this is dysfunctionality on their team, man. This is a team that hasn't been above 500 since 2005, which is unreal. I mean, there's been some stuff going down. So I think this is the year. I think this is the year that changes. And I think Fox will be a big reason why. I
Yeah.
mean, he's still very young. It's crazy that he's been in the league for 5 years. He's 24. I don't view when I think of Darren Fox, I don't think of like an extremely young guy, kind of like he is getting close to his prime here.
Yeah, no, I agree. Also, shout out the Orioles. About to win about to win the World Series.
Dude, aren't they like 500? I don't get all these praise
56 and
scores.
52.
Oh, there you go. I have that
And
guy Mateo or something on my fantasy team.
I don't follow baseball. Ooh, let's hop over to your Bulls. So listen to this. So according Nikola Vucevic, they're in talks of an extension with Vuce, and for the right price, obviously. But this is what they said: with Zach LaVine most likely earning a shit ton of money, and so is Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan. Vucevic admitted that he had some offensive miscues. He went from being almost a 40% three-point shooter to barely 30%. And he also is not the best player on defense, even though his first 6 seasons in the NBA or first 5 years in the NBA, he was a plus defender. And then the last 4 years or 2-3 years, he's been below average. So supposedly both sides have talked about him staying on the team beyond this final year of his contract. And the discussions look like they'll start sometime around training camp. But the reason is if the price is right and they can meet at the right price, Vucevic, it remains the type of player who fits in with how the Bulls are built on both ends of the floor. What's your price for Vooch, and do you want Vooch to stay in Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love Vooch to stay, but I don't know if the price will be right. There's still part of me saying trade Vooch, get a rim guy, but I guess the Bulls are still early in their plans.
Mm-hmm.
Vucevic caused a lot of headaches last year, and yeah, he's been pretty good, man. Like he went from a 21 and a half per game guy to 17 and a half. I guess you did have, a lot of new faces last year, but that 3-point percentage was tough. Left him open a lot in the playoffs. Once he got to the playoffs, he still kind of continued those miscues from downtown, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't really know where I stand with Vucevic. Like, he's one of those guys, like, I'm rooting for him. I always will. It'd be kind of cool to see him back in a Bulls uni. He's, 31? Um, I'd only want 3 years max, which they probably wouldn't go overboard.
Peace, Aaron.
But I'd still love to have, like, a Mitch Rob off the bench, or even like a Claxton off of the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I like Drummond. I just don't. Drummond he worries the fuck out of me, to be honest. Like, I don't know. He can't do. He makes a lot of mistakes. So
He does make a lot of mistakes.
we'll see. I like Vooch. Vooch is the best option over a lot of the players. Like, he's a top 10 center to me. He's better than a lot of the other options we have. So I guess. I guess.
I think this team, they should offer Vooch like a 4-year, $100 million deal. I think it's signed $25 million a year. Or are you thinking more 3 years, $75 million?
I was thinking more 3 years, 30.
Why? You're only paying Vooch 10 a year? I think Vooch is 20 at least.
Yeah. It's meet in the middle, 15, 3 years, 45. I'll call your agent right now. We'll get this in paper. We don't even need camp to begin.
It's funny. It's funny to see like how the whole situation is playing out, because like what is it like the best, you know, for this team long term? Like how good will the Bulls be? Like how long is the Bulls window, if they even have a window? You know?
Well, it's a while,
Do you think?
because the thought is Lavin and Ball for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Williams there. Please don't trade Williams.
I love Williams.
They'll trade Kobe if they have to, but to be honest with you, I like Io, but thank goodness we have Caruso. I think that I think they'll be a lot better than people are giving them credit for, just because of these injuries. That whole is like Lonzo's similar injury. Is it similar or same injury as Kendrick Nunn? Like, both of those two guys are huge question marks in general right now.
Uh-huh.
The good news is Lonzo, we're hearing that he's progressing well, but it's still annoying.
No, I completely agree. I completely agree.
Healthy Lonzo, I mean, they're top 6 seed to me.
I think a
Also,
healthy Lonzo, their top 5 seed. Also, Jimmy Garoppolo is expected to be released or traded by August 30th.
released. Wow.
Well, I'm hearing that Jimmy Garoppolo might join the Rams.
Why?
There's fear with Matthew Stafford's elbow tendonitis,
I did see that. You're right.
and there's rumors that it might be like really bad. Like,
Well, the good news is the Rams, if they get Jimmy Garoppolo, as a Packers fan, I don't have to worry about him anymore.
I mean, that's a good point.
Although one could quite easily, might I add, argue that helps them even more because of last year and the last several years.
Dude, this is a team that obviously I'm a big fan of, and I think that they have a lot of talent.
The Rams.
I'm just scared that they're not going to be able to play defense. I think defense is the biggest thing.
Well, yeah, that's why you brought in some of the guys you brought in last year. Lonzo
Last year.
Ball, Alex Caruso. That's why you brought in Drum. But Lavin and DeRozan, man, defensively, Patrick Williams, please. Dude, if Patrick Williams takes that jump, oh, man. I'll give away
Oh
a whole
man.
Bitcoin on this channel. Patrick Williams is an all-star.
Patrick Williams, we just need him to take some sort of jump. I mean, Pat Will last year, we barely got to see him. That injury was weird.
So unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate. I felt bad for the cat. And he's 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan. Not a small guy by any means. Good player.
He looked
But
really good in the playoffs.
he did do good in the postseason in
He's
5
one of our
games.
best guys.
He shot 47% from 3, averaged 47% from the field, 33% from 3, 5.5 rebounds, an assist a game, a steal a game, a little over half a block, and 12 points. And during the regular season, though, the man was like barely playing,
He
but
missed
was
the whole year, just about.
dude almost 2 threes a game. He was shooting 53%.
I know. Yeah.
I
That
know he
was the
only
whole
attempted
thing,
29
dude.
threes.
So this guy comes back from injury, and he's starting to drain his, he's making some shots. I don't believe he was scoring right or much.
Yeah, he
right?
wasn't, just like 9 points a night.
The thing is, dude, this guy would he'd take like 1 or 2 threes a game.
Yeah,
Shoot, he's
and
making half of them. Like, just take more threes. If you're open, you're open. Take
he
that
definitely
shot.
was better in the playoffs, but he still wasn't bad in the 17 games he played during the regular season.
So I know my boy Bull Central that was a big thing for him too. Was like, dude, if you're open, take the shot. If you're shooting 30% and you're open, take the shot. Like, it's okay. So I have high hopes. Pat will. Next Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, all right. Before we start next subject, I'm also my new thing. I'm gonna try to do 1 NFL video a day. I used to do 3, but then I just realized I didn't upload an NFL video for 10 days. So we're gonna try for every day. I want to make.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. My issue with football is I just don't know much about it.
I know how all about football, but like my videos are a bit longer, so like they're kind of just like they take like longer because they're like 12-minute videos.
Just rambling.
I just ramble about the entirety of the fucking team.
Do you have clips or no?
What do you mean, like clip them?
Or sorry, are there clips in the video?
Yeah, like there's highlights.
So how do you do that? I don't get it.
I'm good at editing. I know. You just chop up like 6 videos into one video, and you make sure that they're like 5 to 10 second long clips.
And what if the person who created that is like, hey, I got this copyright claim, and I'm gonna strike your channel?
Yeah, no one can copyright it because it's the NFL's, but again, it's multiple clips. So like,
you're taking these from the NFL.
No, I'm taking them from people who make mixes. But what I do is I keep their tags in there. If they're producer tags, if it says produce, you'll still see that who it's produced by. But what I do is I just make sure that each clip I use is 5 second long. So if it's one clip from one video, the next clip is from a different video. So if you look at it, it's a completely original video, but it's like 6 videos intertwined. So that person's clip, they're only going to see 5 seconds of it throughout the video, like at different points.
It's so much work. Football's annoying because it's like there can be plays that are well longer than 5 seconds.
Oh, 100%. So like you only see like a juke or like a throw and a catch, and then it cuts. Like you don't see a full play.
What do you think about team channel videos? Because so if you go on any of these teams for any sports, like if you go and watch my most popular video, it's of a Raptors open gym video.
Yeah, like I use those, but again, I chop everything up.
They confuse me though, because Bull Central uses them in every video, like uncut. Like maybe there's a couple cuts, but they're not 10-second cuts. They're like minute cuts. And so he does that. But like they have this for every team. But one of my boys got copyright on a Cowboys video.
I know.
So I always want to like I got
First off, the
60
Cowboys
views
are
on
assholes.
I got 60 views on a Bears video last night, and this guy was like, he's like, Jackson, my dude, you are way too chill, or something like, you know how somebody 2 days ago on this channel said y'all need a Red Bull or something. Like, what? I got a Red Bull.
Yeah,
I keep getting all these people telling me how like low energy I am. I'm like, do I have to be like Kenny B? Do I have to like, yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Serial? We are talking basketball today. My favorite thing about talking basketball with Serial is that he knows ball, right, Serial? Like, I can't. Who wants to? I want to punch myself in the face. I can't be somebody I'm not. Come on.
Yeah, like I'll get hyped sometimes, but no. I mean, I'm lucky that I have my voice, like benefit that like I don't really have to like sound super excited that like to project my voice. But no, I do get you. Like I'm not always like, oh my god, like I'll start my videos like, well, you know, like, but like I'm not keeping it at 100 the entire video because fuck that. And like especially when you get to my end of my videos, like when I first started doing YouTube, nobody was watching the end of my videos until so like now that I'm a bit bigger and I look at the analytics, I'm like, damn, 20% of you guys are watching. So like sometimes I remind myself, oh, there are people watching to the end of this. So hi. You know, like
Yeah.
and I mean, this is again, yeah. I think the just being yourself is the best way because there's been so many YouTubers in the past that they do the energetic. Like, what was that guy's name? He was like fuck. He was Stamp. Not was it Stampy? Was his name? He was some sort of like YouTuber. Then he started copying Mr. Beast, and he like dropped out of high school, like had millions of followers, and then he like his channel started dying because he stopped being excited in his videos, and everyone's like, why are you like stop being excited? He like came out with the videos like, dude, he's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm 24, I've been doing this for like 10 years. He's like, I can't just be like screaming like I'm not excited. I'm really not that excited anymore. And his like channel died with like multi-millions of followers, and it's just because he's like, I don't get yeah, like he's not screaming. And like that's like a big thing. Like a lot of people grow for being like crazy excited. Like think of Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
God,
you know, like that's his whole thing. He's
that.
been doing that for like 10 years. So it's
I don't know how this man still makes YouTube videos on. You ever see that clip from Adin Ross's stream?
I thought Keemstar got canceled.
Yeah, I think you get to a certain point and
you're uncancelable. Because isn't he is the YouTube news?
I mean, isn't he kind of dying too? I don't know.
I mean,
the whole thing is how do you keep a channel alive? Yeah. I'm more of like a. I would go as far like I want more like I want more like mature audiences where like they're able to like hear points, come up with their own takes.
So what we do right here?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not like it was a clip with Swaggy. It was a us three clip. Like y'all need a Red Bull or something. It's like, bro, I don't use TikTok. My attention span isn't 8 seconds. Like, so TikTok is ruining the world.
I fucking hate TikTok. I don't watch TikTok.
So annoying, bro.
I get sent TikToks and I'll watch them, but you will never catch me go on my phone and just sit down and watch TikTok for like 20 minutes. No, I don't do that.
It kills the brain.
Also, I'm just all for that. Like people go, I watched that video of Joe Rogan reading the policy, the privacy policy, and they blatantly say they're sending your data to China.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like every time you go onto TikTok, you grant TikTok access to go through your phone and to steal data from your phone and send it to China, to the Chinese government. I have no problem with Chinese people or Chinese culture. I have a problem with the Chinese government, but good thing to know that the Chinese government will collapse in 36 days.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
dude, are you not following the economy of China? They're having like millions of people protest. They're having a bigger recession than 2008. Right now they're leading up to having the biggest recession since the American Great Depression. Their banks, every single bank is going bankrupt in China right now. Over almost 400 real estate projects have gone bankrupt. People are like millions. They've had to send out tanks to try to stop the protests because people want to basically are starting to realize that they want to overthrow the government.
Well, first off, they'll invade Taiwan soon, but this isn't a political show.
Right now, it doesn't look like they can invade
And
Taiwan because they're sending their resources into China.
they'll invade. Anyways, dude, I knew China was fucked once I saw the food shortages last fall. People were revolting over food shortages, and I think people still don't really realize that here in the West.
I'll share my screen right here.
Giant food shortages.
Food shortage, and you know how they're idiots, and they basically built 30. So basically 30%, almost 35% of their GDP is based on is just literally based on they false inflated their GDP by having so much real estate projects. Now 30% of their GDP is dead. They have no real estate projects.
Would they overexpand too? They expand too quickly.
So basically in China, the way to flex wealth is by owning multiple properties. But most people own one house and then they have 3 houses under construction. And because there's more men than women, the women have control, and women only marry men who have multiple houses. So they would just build thousands and thousands of like apartments and things, and people would just own properties, but they would just be empty, like concrete rooms that they would just flex. And that was their because it's communism, that the only way you could show your wealth was by how many properties you had. And it's basically called the great league, like they're literally just collapsing because their whole social hierarchy was based on their real estate, and their real estate collapsed. And their real estate, it's basically they're having what happened in America in 2008, but like 5 times worse. And
No diss, but good. I mean, that's actually kind of good news if that's all real.
So look at this. I'll show you right now. It's called the 17 trillion.
So their economy's in shambles, so they need war.
So they're having a mortgage boycott. It's a $7 trillion real estate bubble that just bursted. $7 trillion real estate bubble. Ours was only, I think, in the billions. Ours wasn't even a trillion. They have a $7 trillion real estate bubble that just exploded. And nobody can get their money back. And the fuck part is that they're defaulting on their mortgage. Like people just stopped paying. They said, fuck it, we're not paying. So right here, China's economy will collapse in 34 days.
Dude, they'll invade. That's how you prevent this type of stuff. You just go right to war.
Well, I was joking around with my friend, and I was like, you know what Taiwan should do? Because you guys know Taiwan is actually the exile original government of China. Like that, they're the democratic government of China that was exiled to Taiwan during the 1940s or 50s, and they were never ever get there. That's why it's a big thing for the communist China to make their allies denounce Taiwan. That's why they go to Africa and they give money to every African country and build shit for them. And they're like, in return, you have to denounce at the United Nations that Taiwan is a country. And that's what they're doing. And I was joking around with a couple of my friends. I was like, you know what? With all this happening in China right now, Taiwan should just kind of start sending messages to the people. They're like, you guys should hold a referendum. Put the Republic of China back in power. 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 Because that would mean Taiwan would then China would become a democracy again.
I miss ROC.
ROC, Republic of China. It's pretty crazy. But let's get back to some NBA. That was our. We always go into politics, but that was our politics of today. Pretty crazy stuff, right? In the world we live in today. I feel bad for my kids. I'm not one of those people who are like, I'm not going to have kids because of the world. I mean, that's just going to be my kids' problem.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like people are like, I don't want to bring my kid into this world. I'm like, well, the way I see it is when it becomes a problem, I'll be almost dead or pretty dead, living comfortably. So like that, I make sure to leave my kids enough money so it's not that big of a problem for them.
Yeah.
But I watched this like whole like Snapchat story about like celebrities who are like anti-children. And it's like all of them, they're like, with the world we live in today, I don't want to bring them into it. I'm like, I feel like that's just been said forever.
They'll be poor and
Huh?
or not poor. They'll be what's the word after? They'll be.
I don't know where
They'll
you're going
regret
with this.
that when they're old. Not having kids. It's like the biggest, especially if you're older. They don't have kids. You're gonna hate your life when you're past 45. It's fact.
It is fact. There's so many people who regret having kids when they're older. Now, Tyrese Maxey averaged almost 19 points and shot 48% from deep, playing next to Harden. Do you believe? I say Tyrese Maxey is the second best player on the Philadelphia 76ers. He will, Joel Embiid being the best player, James Harden being the third. Tyrese Maxey will be also the second leading scorer on this team.
I forget, like you said that, and yeah, they have a good big three-ish with a good. Then throw some respect on Tobias Harris's name. He scores as well. That's bullshit.
He's the fourth option.
Terrible take. Dude,
fourth option, Tobias Harris.
Next.
Nah. Because think about this. They incorporated PJ Tucker, DeAnthony Milton, Daniel House Jr. Also think about this. Joel Embiid, PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden. That's probably like the best starting five in the NBA.
It's like the most amount of disrespect you could possibly give a man like James Harden. Just saying that.
Damn.
I say the same exact thing. Like,
it's blasphemy.
If you're giving Maxey that much credit, then you have to give Tobias, who's essentially averaged 20 in 4 of the last 6 years.
James Harden gave Scotty Barnes praise for picking him up full court during the Pro-Am game or pickup game.
He didn't unfollow him on Instagram.
No, he didn't pull Dejounte Murray.
What seems to be the better route there is what Harden did.
I want to know. I assume a lot of like these pro-am guys are trying hard, but I want to know how many are trying, like who are getting scared. There's a good amount that probably are scared.
I definitely wouldn't be trying hard.
Oh, I would try so hard.
If I was,
if I was
a superstar,
right now,
30-plus superstar.
If you put me on a pro-am court right now, I would try so hard. I don't even care. If I got embarrassed,
getting paid $200 million.
The thing is I would be trying like that was my Super Bowl, like that was my Game 7 NBA Finals.
I mean,
good. I would be
like
playing
the highlight of a life right there. Is if you get to just play with all these professional athletes.
I'd be Matthew Dellavedova, Game 5, where he got taken off the court on a gurney because he was so dehydrated that they had to like rush an ambulance and like carry him off the court on a stretcher.
Yeah,
that's how I would be. I'd be Matthew Dellavedova, no water, just heart and soul.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, why is it me, or does it seem like so many more NBA players than usual are playing Pro-Am this year?
Yeah, they are, dude. It's
fine. I enjoy it. I don't really watch it because it's just fucking Pro-Am.
I've only covered the NBA for one off season, so I don't know.
They haven't the last two.
Like, I don't know.
Granted, it's COVID. COVID's been past 2 years. We've had the pandemic, so I will agree. I've covered the last 2 off seasons. This was my 3rd off season I'm covering. I mean, I've covered multiple other off seasons, but the last 3 years have been like YouTube grind since 2020, 2 years, I guess. This is the 3rd off season because it's 2020, 2021, and now the 2022 off season. Because I've done scouting, NBA scouting for like 4 off seasons now, for 4 drafts. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. I've covered prospects in 4 drafts now. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is normal or not, but unless this offseason happened, I wouldn't have even known that this many dudes ran.
They always play pro-am. I just think we're all like getting like shocked by it because I think NBA players were like getting accustomed to not doing shit. Look at this guy. You 2 pale faces should never. Yo, I think I could keep up. Okay, I could. First off, Danelle, I could beat you in basketball right now. I'll straight up say that. I'm pretty decent at basketball. Probably could have played college. Don't know if I could. Don't think I could have played in the NBA. Don't think so. But I think if certain NBA players, some guards, I think I could keep up. Like they would beat me, obviously, but I don't think I would be obliterated. That's what I'm saying. I think I could play some of the lower point guards. I think I could play like Facundo Campazzo. He would beat me, but I think I would have a decent shot playing like Campazzo or Matthew Dellavedova. Like I would get a bucket or 2, but I wouldn't beat them. I think I could.
I don't know if you could get the ball.
I have like I'm probably just as athletic as them.
I think Matthew Dellavedova could 11-0 you. Granted, I've never seen you play basketball, but like you sound like my buddy Nick, who is a golfer and he thinks he can like compete at these majors. But
I play like 2 to 3 hours every day.
Yeah, but so do I. Just because you practice every day doesn't mean you're going to be the next Michael Jordan.
For like 2 years now.
I bet you could beat Dan L.
I could probably
because I don't know what Dan, especially considering Dan L doesn't have a profile picture.
Also,
he's fat.
I like you called me pale face when I'm brown. I'm not even white, so I
can't
even.
You are pretty pale.
Yeah.
Maybe you were just back there.
Yeah, I'm back there. I'm brown. I'm not like so. Like I don't know how.
You don't look brown. It's definitely that lighting on the left side of your face that doesn't do you any credit. The natural light.
Yeah, but I'm like a light brown, so like a very like light brown. So.
What video? I got Swag and I played 1-on-1 and he cooked me like 11-2 or something like that.
Yeah, I want to play you in 1-on-1.
I don't know. I don't know. There were some other factors in play. Swaggy would still kick my ass. You'd kick my ass, but maybe if that 3 is falling, we'll see. I wonder how you defend because you seem like you'd annoy the shit out of me.
I'm like, defense is my calling card. I'm like really good at
defense. Yeah, but are you going to get into my face when I'm by the 3?
Dude, I put my chest into you. I put my chest into everybody. That's how you play it. I move my hips, I put my chest into you, and I keep my arms up.
What if I do the Harden double step back?
Huh?
What if I do the Harden double step back?
Just arms up and I jump.
But I'm fading away like LeBron James. I'll have to develop this fading away shot like LeBron to prevent getting blocked.
I'm going to make you take jumpers. I'm going to make you beat me with your jumper.
That's the only way I can win.
Yeah. Like I just added in my game the Mono Ginobili behind the back, which I've been working on, where I'll dribble right-handed and then I'll push the ball behind my back, grab it with my left, and lay up left-handed. That's about what I've been working.
Well, I just developed the Tim Duncan where I block the shit out of you.
And then I've been working on I'm good at them, but like just working more left side, reverse layups and shit like that, or even spin moves. Like I love spin moves. And then like I shoot from the elbow. My calling cards are the elbows. All I do is I'll go to the elbows and just hit jumpers in your face at the elbows every time.
A properly executed spin move is godly.
What I do is I'll drive right, and then literally right as I get into the paint, I'll literally spin mid-spin. Instead of picking up my dribble, I cross over to my left hand, and then I go up lefty. Also, been working on my left hand so much. Love my left hand. Literally, I spend probably like 40 minutes just dribbling with my left hand every day.
Damn, John, I'm getting jealous because it's rainy till it's like thundering out. It's like,
It looks like it's gonna rain here, but I play in a rec. I only play outdoors with my pussy ass friends who don't have rec access. Yeah, dude. The wings too. The elbows and the wings shade. Oh, baby. Same.
just like the
My
tan.
favorite is when I'm playing pickup basketball, either 3v3, 4v4, or 5v5, and someone gives me a handoff at the wing. And as soon as I get the ball in my hand on that handoff, I just pop because I use the person handing me the ball as a screen. And then I just pull up because the guy's chasing me from behind. I get the ball. My man is basically turns into a screen because of the handoff. And then I just turn that corner wet. Love that shot. Or I practiced LeBron fade off the wrong foot. You know, like how you fade off your dominant. You know, like how you're supposed to fade off your dominant foot.
Yeah.
I'm ambidextrous with my feet because I wanted growing up. I convinced my dad's left-footed but right-handed, and I wanted to be like my dad. So I only played like till I was 10 with my left foot soccer until I had a coach go one day. He's like, "You're clearly right-footed. Why are you playing with your left?" And I ended up just having like just as strong as a left foot as my right foot. So like I fade off my left foot instead of my right foot because it throws people off. It's hard to think about.
I like the right one.
Yeah, but like I go, like I back into you with my left foot. I mean, back into, and then instead of fading to my right, I fade left.
I'm not good at fades.
I'm good at fades from like 10 to 15 feet out. The one dribble, I like the trailer, then the one dribble shot swish. Yeah, I like the dribble shot swish. If I just dribble in from the top of the key, and then I dribble right into the like at the free throw line, in between the free throw line and the key, and I just pull up right there. Ooh. And now I've been lifting weights, and my 3-point shot is on. Yeah, I know. I started lifting weights the past like week and a half, and dude, I could shoot the ball so much farther.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, dude, I used to struggle shooting threes because I couldn't get it far enough. Like I would have the accuracy, but I would have to like contort my shot because I wasn't strong enough. Started lifting weights. I can hit like 5 feet out from the 3-point line now, like just a swish. Yeah, I found out that I was just weak.
Jeez.
But yeah, no. If you want to play good defense, all you gotta do is put your arm and just literally. There's no rule against putting your chest on someone. You can put as much as your chest on somebody. So all I do is I just put my chest on people. People fucking hate it.
I like going when no one's at the court, so I don't have to play anybody, and I can get a nice tan and take my shirt off. And
I mean, it depends on my mood. I like either. I like playing people because it gets runs in, and that's nice, bro. I'm a rebounding guy. I get called the hustler or a hustle king, like when I play pickup games, because I dive for loose balls. Like I have so many like scars and like hip burns. You get those ever from diving? Like I'll dive on concrete for a loose ball.
yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, like my friends always laugh at me though. Like you're the only kid I've ever seen dive for loose balls in a pickup game. I'm like, every game diving for loose balls. I love, dude. If there's a ball and two guys are already going for it, I'm going elbows out, even if one of them's my teammates going for that loose ball, and just trying to go out. I'm taking people out. That's another thing. I play so aggressive. I love also ripping like on a rebound when someone thinks they have a rebound, and I just come in and just rip it out with all my might.
Zion it.
I do that like once a game when someone thinks they have a rebound, and I just turn over and see that they're like, and just rip it out and then just put it back up.
Zion.
Yeah. I love playing basketball because when people see me, they just think I'm some skinny fuck that they can take to the post. And then I just like, I mean, you'll back me down if you're bigger than me, but you're not going to bitch verticality all the way. People like, you can tell, like, if someone knows how to play basketball, they know how to get around the verticality, but like, I'll adjust. But like, if someone doesn't, just plays pickup basketball, they can't beat the verticality because they'll be like, oh, how do I get over your arms? You know verticality rule where if you keep your arms straight and you jump up and they come into you, that's legal. It becomes illegal as soon as you make your arms go forward. But if you keep your arms straight up, that's not illegal.
Tell that to these damn refs.
Roy Herbert was insane at fucking verticality.
Roy Hibbert was insane.
was a dog. Oh, I gotta not ugh.
Best pacer center of all time.
I'm about to interview in 30 minutes. A writer for The Athletic.
Kaliako?
No, Mike I don't know how to say this guy's name.
Mike Versace.
Here, I'll show you. If you get a video will be uploaded later, we'll be talking New York Knicks.
I'm not watching it, man. I'm sorry.
You're good. I don't care.
Interview? Fuck no.
So this guy has like 22.7K followers. Mike, would you say that? Vorkunov? I don't know if I should ask him if he's like Ukrainian or Bulgarian. I don't want to ask if he's Russian. He's probably Russian. Vorkunov.
Wait, let's see his picture.
This is here. He's a national basketball business reporter for The Athletic. He's covered the intersection of money and basketball and covers the sport at every level. He spent 3+ seasons as the New York Knicks beat writer.
Weird.
An NBA player co-founded an NFT company. Who was it? Oh my God, Michael Carter Williams scammed people.
Oh.
Damn, we really got a hate comment. I'm still laughing at this one.
Pretty racy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean to be. I want to be honest. The only racism I've ever received on YouTube comes from Latinos and Black people. I don't know why. They call me, the names I'll get sometimes is third world country boy. I'll be told I'm covering the wrong sport. I should go and play soccer.
Get that a lot. Oh.
Yeah, I get told that I'm covering the wrong sport. They're like, soccer seems like I'll literally be told because I have a foreign name or that I'm foreign, I should be covering soccer. I'll be told to go home. Like they'll call, like I'll literally be like, go back to your country. I'm like, I was born in America, like, and I'm like, it's usually like if I can see their pictures or their names, it's usually like Latinos or Black people. I've never had white people really say the closest thing. White people have never been racist to me, but white people sometimes will comment on a white person's video that they played the game the right way, which is. Yeah, that has racial undertones. But I've never had a white person be racist to me. The only people who are ever racist to me are Latinos or Blacks. And like, yeah, they tell me to go home, or they'll tell me that I shouldn't cover basketball because it's a Black superior sport and that I'm inferior and something like that.
Like just that.
Just now, yeah. But it's usually again like Black or Latinos, which is like really weird. And I'll show my girlfriend. We're always just like, you would think it'd be white people, but like. I always just get confused. Like they'll call me, like I said, third world country boy or fresh off the boat, a fob, which like I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? But like I'm always just so surprised. I'm like, damn.
That really surprised me because you look pretty freaking white, like with that lighting right now.
Yeah, right now, but yeah, no, like I'm a Latino, I guess. I have family that comes from like Turkey, so I guess I'm like a little brown, but like I'm a Latino, Italian Jew, Serbian Jew. I'm not technically Caucasian. I guess like I grew up with white privilege, I'll admit, because like my parents were, even though they were immigrants, they were both college educated and you know, like they worked hard, and I grew up in a nice area and I was fortunate. But yeah. I'll get always the ones that make me laugh is that I'm covering the wrong sport when they tell me I should go cover soccer or to go home. I'm like, I am home.
Home.
Yeah.
It's like middle school.
Yeah, dude. I'll be like, I don't care. Okay. Because again, like, bro, people say that shit. So, I mean, I don't even care if they said it to my face, but I'm also somebody that I'm willing to fight anyone. Like, even like, I'm like, have you seen the movie Fight Club?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm like the type of person that like I will get in a fight, win or lose, and even if I lose, I will pull the Fight Club scene where he gets beat up and he's like, "Please let us keep the basement, please." That would be me. I would just spit my blood all over you and be like, "You ready? You done? You done? I'm fun."
I'd stay away from fights in today's day.
I remember one time this guy stole a jewel from my friend at a club in in West Virginia. A guy asked at his jewel and then turns around walking away with it. So my friend just pushes the guy, tries to get the jewel, and the guy puts his hand on his throat. And I turn around, and I see that. I've never really started any fights in my life. So what do? I thought in my head I went 3-point stance and I football tackled him. Little did I know a video was taken of this fight. I stumbled and fell into the guy. And the guy literally picks me up, swings me onto the floor, and starts wailing me on the floor. And out of nowhere, you see my friend Jordan just kick this guy across the face with a pair of Timbs and picks me up. And we're like a full-on brawl. Like these 4 guys are just my full friends, and all I remember is this guy threw me to the ground, and he starts trying to get my fucking eyes with his fingers. So I just start biting his hand, and then I bit his shoulder because he's trying to poke my eyes. So I just bit him a few times.
These fights are way too risky, man.
I don't fight anymore.
Yeah, today, you gotta.
Yeah, this was all like 3 years ago. I haven't fought in like 3 years because now I have a fear of being stabbed or shot.
Someone always now these days has a knife or a gun on.
Yeah, I remember we left out there. We left that bar. They were kicking us out, and they were gonna call the cops. And I come out, it's just blood all over my white shirt, blood on my mouth, and I was yelling that I bit a guy. And then I told him, I was like, "We're not even 21. You want to talk about that? You're running a club you're letting minors get beat up in." And he's like, "Just leave." Just leave. So I had like blood all over, and I was spitting blood on this guy. Another time I got a fight, I don't even know why I got a fight at this country concert, but he stole my hat. So I had to go confront the guy to get my hat, and they wouldn't give it back. So like I snuck up from behind, stole it, and then bolted through the crowd because I wasn't trying to get in a fight again with these guys, and I was by myself, no boys around me. And I was just bolting through the crowds, weaving through because I just stole back my camo hat. I think it ended up not even being my hat, but it was like similar. Geez. So I just stole the guy's hat for no reason. But yeah, another time, dude, this guy stole like $5,000 from my friend. So we showed up like 8 of us in minivans to meet him. And we thought it was going to be straight up like 8 of us versus like 2 of them. But we roll up, it's him and like 30 black guys. Like probably not actually 30, but like 15. Okay, there was like 2 guys for every one of us, and we're at a park at like 2 a.m, like meeting up, like literally we roll up, and then they just all pull up out the shadows, and we're just there. And we're like, what do we do? And we look at our friend Chris, who was like the one trying to get his money back, and he was like, charge. And we're like, what? And we just all like start yelling and bolting at these like 16 dudes, and we're like 8 of us, and we just start getting the shit beat out of us. Like I remember I was being beat up by 2 guys, and I'm trying to go into fetal position to cover my face, and that one guy's pulling me out of fetal position so the other guy can wail or kick me. And I have a picture of my friend's nose just busted, and it's just all blood. And I remember the greatest sound I ever heard. We had 2 friends in minivans who were like looping the parking lot. So when we were done the fight, we would run back to the cars. They had to park the cars. They brought baseball bats, and they came in and started hitting the guys with baseball bats. And there was never the greatest sound of a metal bat hitting a person's back. And just you knowing that a guy, like literally up there just being beaten up, and you hear, and just you get up, and it's just my friend Grayson just beating people up with a baseball bat. And then you look up, and my friend Chris is beating this kid up who stole like $3,000. And like,
how none of these dudes have guns or knives?
Because we're like 16, 17.
Still, wow.
I mean,
Baltimore.
This was in the county, but like at Beaver Dam Park. Another time at Beaver Dam Park, we were swimming in a. Do you guys have quarries that like they fill with water and they become swimming holes?
Hell no.
Okay, so we have a quarry that they filled up that they used to mine in and made it a swimming hole. So we snuck in while on like 2 tabs of acid at like 4 a.m. Okay. And we're swimming, tripping balls in this like quarry, and the cops show up. We're all tripping. Like, and one of my friends and the one guy that I'm with, one of the guys there is right now the starting running back for Cornell. And he's there, and we're all sitting on a lunch, like those benches. And the cops were talking to us, basically just being assholes and being nice. Like, we're trespassing. I think they knew we were either fucked up or tripping. But my one friend, who was the running back at Cornell, he's just standing there, and he keeps just slowly like walking away. And the cops go, "Sir, come back here." And he's like, okay. And then he does it one more time, starts slowly moving away from the corner. They're like, sir, stop moving. And then out of nowhere, he just bolts. And we're all standing there. We're all tripping, and he just bolts. And we see him like far corner, and the cop looks at my friend Gio, and he's like, can you go grab him? It's like, so Gio walks over, grabs him, and then the cop goes, and then the kid starts moving again, and they go, he looks at Gio, he's like, can you hold his hand? And like literally follow.
Damn, these are cool cops.
Yeah. I mean, they had to know we were tripping because we're all being weird. And like my friend Giovanni's just repeating, he's like, we're just swimming. We were just swimming. They're like, you were just swimming. He's like, can you answer the other question? He's like, we were just swimming. And they're like, okay, can someone else answer the questions beside him? And we're all just tripping balls. And then they're like, basically, we're like, all right. You guys are going to get in your car, and you guys are all going to go home to whoever's house you guys are going to go to. And we aren't going to see you again. We were like, okay. And then they like got up, and they're like, go to your cars. Because we all just stayed sitting there. And they're like, go to your cars. So we all like tripping balls are getting our cars. We're like, who the fuck is going to drive? And like, we get in our cars, and we were just driving so slow out of here. We're like, these guys have to know. Like, we're like, tripping balls at like 4 a.m. in this swimming hole. Like another time we left this horse race and we were all so drunk, and my friend was so drunk driving, and he fishtailed his truck and almost hit a cop, and we were blowing down this road like doing 60 like in a 20, and we get to the end of the light, and there's 3 cops waving us down. And we are so fucked up. And we were driving past people, flicking them off, yelling, fuck you. And then we're literally pulled over by 3 cops. The one cop we almost came was just chasing us. But my friend was like in a souped up diesel. He comes up and he's yelling at us. And he goes, you guys are way too young to be drunk driving. Takes our license, goes to the car, sees my friend lives like a mile away. He goes, I'm going to follow you guys. You guys are going to go back to his house. And I'm not going to see you guys drive because you guys are too young to get a DUI. So we literally let my friend, who's drunk as fuck, we're all drunk in this car, followed us to our house, made us get out the car and walk inside.
What the hell?
Yeah. It was a black cop, too. Nice guy. We're so fucked up. Crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Crazy Maryland stories. I've also got caught with crack cocaine and an 1/8 of weed at work and talked my way out of being arrested. I just kept telling them it wasn't mine. Somebody must have just found my pill bottle and put that shit in there. I was like, and the cop was like, why are you acting so nervous? I was like, I'm 16 and you're telling me that there's a bottle with crack cocaine with my name on it? I don't even know what crack cocaine looks like. And goes, and it was literally 2 grams of crack and 1/8 of weed wasn't chargeable. So he just took it and he left. Then I got fired from my job because I failed the drug test for weed. But
I guess laws don't exist in Maryland.
No, this is just me realizing, like, as I got older, I guess I was privileged.
Let's see.
I think this is just more like privilege because all my friends, like, I had my best friend in high school was mixed, but like most of our friends were white.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Wild. Sometimes I think about the shit that I've gotten.
Like, I should be dead.
Maybe, yeah, dead or like arrested.
Yeah.
I don't do anything I used to do. I'm a better boy now. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy now. I don't have bottles full of crack cocaine anymore.
Yeah. Good start.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow, dog.
Yes, sir.
See ya. Peace.